All right, so bad news for you. Your baseball collection, baseball card collection that is, perhaps might not be worth what you think it is. A lot of people started collecting in the 80s and 90s, so no one wants to buy any of the common cards that you're trying to sell.
Except for one guy here in Central Texas. He'll take whatever you got. Chris Davis joins us now. Chris, he has a huge, massive collection. I could not believe it till I saw your story.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely incredible. And I'm going to show this to you in just a second, but I want y'all to keep this in mind while you're watching this story. So this week while I was doing the story, I went out and I bought some baseball cards. First time in years that I've done this. I bought 2 packs like I would have when I was younger with my allowance, and in these packs, I mean, you're only getting 14 cards. So imagine how long you would have to collect to get, you know, a few thousand, 100,000, or an entire garage full.
When I get them, they're not sorted at all.
By brand, by year, by series.
After you do a lot of these, you kind of get used to what they are just by their back.
Lowell Christensen's hobby is not the sort you find very often. Sorting this many cards.
Almost 7 million, not quite. Like I said, I looked this morning and I see it's like 6,900,000 some thousand.
When his son started collecting 35 years ago, Lowell started cataloging.
It's just there's no stress, no anything else, and it's the kind of thing you can do when you want to do it, and if you weren't tired of it, just stop. So like this one's a 1992 Pinnacle.
He fills binders and boxes with full sets, all the cards that accompany prints for a season. He's got about 2,000 of those sets, mostly worthless.
Because he's not interested in selling, he's not interested in cash value, he's not interested in the money side.
A few people a day stop by Card Traders of Austin, trying to trade in their common collections. Lowell is the only reason they can.
Because I sure wouldn't be buying them if it weren't for him.
Yep, whenever Walt calls in, I come over and pick them up.
He collects collections, sorts them, saves them.
Seems like everything in our society today is throw it away.
What happens when he can't save anymore? Well, he hasn't quite sorted that out.
But for right now, it's fun to go through and sort them. Just keeps me out of trouble. It's just it's a hobby like anything else. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So while he doesn't sell the cards, he does give them away. If someone comes to him and they're looking for a set or just specific cards to complete their own set, and he'll just give them what they need.
So what, 6 million cards? He must be a huge baseball fan then, right?
So that's what I thought. And so I asked him about it, you know, does he like baseball? And he was just kind of like, meh. He said he doesn't really have the patience to sit through an entire baseball game. He needs to be up and doing something, which is why he likes the sorting so much. The only reason he really collects baseball cards, that's just what his son started collecting. If it had been football or something else, that's probably what he'd be collecting now.
I like how he said it keeps him out of trouble, too.
I know.
I
didn't have the heart to ask what
I know,
trouble
me
he
too.
might have been getting into.
This might be a memo to Major League Baseball that a guy that has the patience to count 6 million baseball cards doesn't have the patience to sit through one of your games.
Well, they're trying to speed up the game.
Speed them up a little bit.
There you
Hey,
go.
anything worth in your pack?
Yeah, let's look at that.
Yeah, not
too much?
Not really.
All right.
But I will say Bryce Harper is probably the one that I knew best, at least. I at least recognize the name. The other ones, not so much.
All right. It doesn't mean that all baseball cards, though, are
That's right.
worthless. Older, rare cards can go for some really good money if they're in good condition, thousands of dollars. Highest price ever paid for a baseball card, according to pricing company Beckett, known as the T206, Honus Wagner. This card was from the early 1900s. And that one, guys, sold for $3.1 million in 2016.